Welcome everyone, I am the Depressed Dior, and this is Monster Hunter World. Finally came out on PC. I don't have too much experience with the Monster Hunter games. I have one on the 3DS, and I didn't have the controller add-on, so the controls were awful. And that game had a heavy emphasis on underwater combat and a lot of flying monsters. So it was a bit of a turn-off. I pretty much my biggest complaint about the Monster Hunter series was the fact that it was not on PC. I think they had one. I think their first game was on PC, and then they just all the others were like on handhelds. Um, but it's finally on PC. Just came out on Steam. I spent some time trying to figure out how I was going to record this stuff. I tried using my other recording software, and it just could not handle it. So I am recording with Fraps like usual, which is gonna probably cause some space issues, but that's for me to deal with. I'm also not entirely certain how I'm going to do these sessions per se. More likely, I'm just gonna probably just record a bunch and then cut it here and there. So if you see a fade to black or I didn't do an outro, that's probably why. Also, as this game does kind of have a bit of busy work and grinding, so my goal is to at least try to show off as much as possible as I go through, and eventually I might do some of the tedious stuff off screen. I do kind of want to show at least some of it in the beginning, since that's kind of part of the game. I'm definitely been interested in this series for a while now, but like I said, I was never on PC. They seem to be, with every new iteration, seem to make the game a little bit more accessible, which helps with some of the tedium. Anyway, we're going to jump right in. Also, I've heard some things about issues with recording cutscenes, so I'm going to do my best to probably put breaks before and after those, and if they become an issue, I can hopefully edit them out. I'm just concerned about the fact that if it is a bit being like Dragon Ball Xenoverse or whatever, freaking, cutting my audio or some nonsense like that. Alright, let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm probably going to skip through the character creation, but, or at least not show it, because it'll take a while probably. I have looked, I recently, like, today and yesterday, I watched some guy's videos that were from his Twitch stream of this game, and that's about all my experience. I also looked up a few things about keyboard and mouse controls. I am going to play this on keyboard and mouse. Alright, sorry if it cut out abruptly. I was not going to take the risk on the, on the cutscene. I was not expecting a cutscene so soon, so anyway, pretty much all it showed was kind of just, hey, we're going to go hunt, and we're right now on a ship, and some guy's like, hey, you're an A-list hunter just like me, and then pretty much asked my name, and that took me to this point. So, as usual, I usually play as female, so I'll play as female, and yeah, there's a bunch of little options here. So, I will be right back. Alright, let's see. I don't see where I'm supposed to put my name, though, but that's alright. Oh, and voices. Not exactly... Yeah, I don't really hear much difference in the voices. They're all grunts. And your character, as far as I know, doesn't speak. So, yeah, pretty much it. You can start with the default armor. I don't think there's much difference between them. I think they might start with slightly different resistances, but you're gonna need to upgrade anyway, so it's not a big deal. So, finish. Enter your name. Okay, how do I... close? Oh, thank you. We'll go with Parsi Muzu Hashi. Confirm. Yes, that name is fine. And, of course, the best part, I get a kitty. I think in the Monster Hunter game I played, you don't get one of these things until, like, later on. But this thing will pretty much help me, like, gather and hunt and stuff, which is really helpful. So I'll go ahead and show this on screen because it's hilarious. my cat's a calico, so it'll be this, but, do that preset. Confirm, fur, actually, I also can't tell the fur difference. I mean, I can see the color difference, obviously. Yeah, we'll just do that one instead. Boop. Don't really get many options for the patterns. Pattern? Thank you. Make ourselves a black kitty. But I said no pattern. Oh, you have to have the freaking... Wait, there was a way of getting a gray. How'd you make a gray? Alright, hold on a second. No pattern. Confirm. Change all. Yeah, it still doesn't make any sense. Okay, then how'd you do this? Oh, there's more choices over here too. Holy cow. Confirm. Yes, go ahead and overwrite. Change all. I am so confused. Yeah, you literally can't change any of it, but for some reason... Wait, what if I go here? Oh, it's here. Got it. That is a little unclear. Make the black kitty, black kitty. Confirm. Those are fine. Tail's fine. Clothing is... And of course, you gotta have this outfit. Because what cat can't go on with life without their goggles and their gloves? Alright, I think that's all of that. Give me one moment. Alright, let's finish this up. Oh, there's also voices, but I don't think they matter. We'll do the third one. Confirm. Alright, finish. Enter your palicos. Okay, they're called palicos. Cambio. Alright. So we got the yokai jealousy and a kitty that gathers corpses. I think that, you know, it makes sense. Alright. Confirm. Yep, that name is fine. Start the game with this character? Yes. Look at that, it's so adorable! I believe you can come back and customize stuff like in your house or stuff like that, so it's not locked in. Alright, let's see how quickly I die. Alright, sorry about that. Had to I went ahead and cut the cutscene. The reason why I'm so cautious is I don't really record these bigger games too often, and Capcom could very well flag my videos. Anyway, just to get you up to speed, As you can see, that ship that we were on kind of went on a wreck. We met up with our handler, and then, yeah, essentially this thing came out of the waters and pretty much wrecked our ship. And then I was extremely distracted because my real cat decided to say hello, and I think she's jealous. Alright. By the way, Bryn is adorable. Alright. Also, one of the first things I need to do...
Anybody there?
Alright. I can't open my menu right now, so... I will be changing these controls.
Hey, it's you! Look what happened to the ship! We have to do something! It's not safe here! This way!
Anyway, the reason why we're sailing to this new location is because supposedly elder dragons have gone to onto this area, and that has the Hunters Association, well, interested / concerned, I guess.
We need to get out of here! I've got an idea! This way!
Most of this is on rails, unfortunately.
Watch yourself!
Ow.
Hurry!
Well, it just took a rock in the face. Ow, that's my face. I can go up here.
Oh, wow, libraries. Ugh. My first encounter will be filled with so much packing. Shoo! Shoo!
And I think I'm gonna have to adjust the volumes too.
The ground's moving again.
Okay, cat, you need to stop clawing me.
We're on. I knew it.
Unfortunately, I can't open my settings right now.
Time to hitch a ride and get off this thing. Come on, let's go. Get a good running start, then jump. The new world.
That's some pop in right there.
Huh? No. What's this? Somebody must have set up this camp.
Okay. So this is where I started seeing the one person I was watching on YouTube. So I didn't know there were so many cutscenes, but that's alright. I'll probably be cutting most of that out.
I found this in the tent. It has a map in it. Well, part of one at least.
Really?
Looks like we're right around here. The Research Commission's base of operations is here. This is where our ship was supposed to dock. For now, I think it would be best if we make our way to base. The map should help us find our way.
So this game has a lot of areas you can explore. And some when you come back to find even more things.
The Research Commission's headquarters. Come on, let's get going.
Alright. Okay, I can now pull this open. Give me a moment. So while I was like trying to freaking make sure my settings are all set and all that nonsense, she just does not shut up. She said some stuff about scout flies and talked about these things up here, which I forgot their names for, that they're docile, much like from where they came from. Scout flies are these little green things, by the way. You can use it to kind of track. In the previous games, the way you would track things like monsters and stuff was literally by painting them with like a paintball, and that would temporarily give you access to, or show them on the map as a dot.
Here.
Yeah, I'm kind of just walking around. At this point, I have really, it's pretty much just follow the leader here, but there is a few things here and there you can take a look at.
Here.
So that thing just restores vitality. This game does have gathering, fishing, everything. It's practically all required. But it looks like right now the only thing I can get is vitality, so there's no point in me trying to gather.
Here.
God, jeez, you need to stop talking.
We can push our way through these vines. Okay, easy there. Don't pick a fight if you don't have a weapon. We need to hide. Come on, this way. Hurry! Quietly.
Practically got nudged out of it.
Quietly.
Alright, at this point I can leave, but I'll just wait until Miss Tutorial's done.
Coast is clear.
Thank you.
Let's get going while we still
Got an
can.
achievement from that, by the way.
Nothing can stop us.
By the way, there's no fall damage, so I could have just jumped. Little birdie. Actually, that's a really big bird.
What is this track?
Ah.
There's more over there. Let's check it out.
Don't mind me.
Pretty much you just have to keep moving forward to push the
Let's go.
Move.
events forward. And we are promptly ignored here. Pretty sure I used that word wrong. Oh well.
Move.
Don't mind me. Oh.
Not good. What are you waiting for? Get over here.
Yeah, obviously. Here, I'm just gonna... Yep, pardon me, coming through.
Come on.
Jump. Hey,
You all right?
let's go.
Okay.
Alright. Now that's out of the way. There's still going to be some tutorial missions and things like that, but they're not going to be as, well, railroady as that.
Wow.
Amazing, ain't it? Just look at this gate. It's like nature meant for us to build a stair right here.
Stara. I like it.
The rest of the fifth are already here. You're the last to arrive.
Okay, set him down here. Take it
I'll
nice
need to
and
tape
low.
up your shoulder. Hold still for a bit.
Hey, you guys made it.
Be right back.
Alright.
You're alive.
So these are the people we met on the ship.
When we couldn't find you two, we were starting to sweat bullets.
You scared us. We were talking about going out to look for you.
All's well that ends well.
Hey, we need a hand. Sorry.
Come on.
Catch you later.
And then they were never seen again.
This here's our trade yard. I guess the name says it all.
Look at all the people. The stuff.
Incredible, right? We've got it all here. We've got hunters to do all the exploring, scholars to do the research, technicians to keep them going. This place is the beating heart of the Commission. Wait here a sec. Commander, I found him.
Welcome to Astera.
Welcome to Astera. I'm glad you made it somehow. I knew you. Somehow I knew you would though. When you've been in command as long as I have, you start to learn who's capable and who isn't. Now, as much as I like to get you up to speed, I'm being pulled in about 8 directions at once. We'll cover the important matters at Council, which I'll be convening once things settle down. I expect you two to be there, of course.
Your reputations precede you.
The guild spoke highly of you as an individuals. Think what you can do as a team. And before I forget, your furry friend was looking for you. Poor thing washed up not too long ago. Go ahead and have a look around Astera. A horn will sound when it's time for council.
Well, off you go.
Okay, I'll give you the grand tour. Let's start by looking for your palico. This is our stockpile. They carry most of the basic necessities.
You should drop by later to see what they have.
So that's essentially the base shop. Usually sells just the items. You can also craft your own items.
Next is the smithy. It's this way. Over here.
There are elevators that you can take that'll take you immediately to wherever you need to go. So don't worry about the size of this place.
You're with the Commission's 5th Fleet, right? The old man in charge, my grandfather, was with the first. That was a long time ago. Me? I'm not with any fleet. Born and bred right here. Never even been to the old world.
One of the settings I also changed is I turned off vibrate because my controller was rattling like in freaking Gungeon.
This is where you can craft weapons and armor. You'll be here a lot.
Wow! Look at this place. Want to check it out? Ooh, it's toasty in here.
I don't think there's anything in here.
Next up is the canteen. Let's check it out.
We could talk to him, but literally there's no, I mean, we will be going here a lot, and this is pretty much where we take all the pieces of monsters and turn them into gear and things like that. But we don't have any of that, so there's no point.
Want to get going?
The canteen? I am so there.
Over here. This here's our canteen.
Hey, over there.
Aww.
Hey, you!
Even the little canteen it's carrying is shaped like a cat.
Aw. I knew you'd pull through.
Right. They're calling for a council. Come on.
Yeah.
Now that you are all here, let us begin council. After tracking a migrating Elder Dragon across the sea, the Fifth Fleet have finally arrived in Astera. Give them a warm welcome.
So all the cutscenes I skipped, this is pretty much being explained right now.
They're a fine group. Worthy comrades who will help see the Research Commission's long efforts finally rewarded. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, sir. We're ready to roll up our sleeves and get our hands dirty.
This here is the Commission's core team. You should all get to know each other.
Looking forward to it.
Now, down to business. The latest monster to make the Elder Crossing is known as Zora Magdaros, a huge monster with a mountain of fire upon its back. The Research Commission's job is to discover exactly why the Elder Dragons are migrating to the New World.
Elder dragons have been with us since the dawn of time, altering the ecosystem, reshaping the land, leaving disaster in their wake. Once every decade or so, they flock to this continent. But for what reason?
With the Fifth's help, we will find the missing link.
Here, here. Now we're talking!
Hunters, for the time being, I need you to focus on investigating our Jagras problem and securing Astera. Start by investigating the Jagras' habitat. Find out what makes them tick, and we'll go from there.
Right. We're on it, sir.
Everyone else, you know the drill. Make sure these hunters have everything they need.
Now we're talking!
You two, make it a priority to learn how we do things around here. You'll find good teachers, so don't be afraid to ask.
You heard him. Stick with me and you'll have no problems.
The Fifth's banner promises a change in the wind. It's your job to fulfill that promise. All right, dismissed.
Not even here a whole day and already got your first mission. You really are ready to get your hands dirty. Well, let's look into this Jaguar problem, but you'll need a weapon first.
Over here.
There's a box full of equipment you can use in your quarters. Come on, I'll show you the way. Alright, so once again we're going to be playing Follow the Leader here. This I don't really mind too much, because in previous games they really did not tell you what you needed. So I don't mind the fact that they're maybe overdoing it or heck, in some cases might not be doing it enough. Anyway, this is our house.
We've placed some basic gear for you in that equipment box. Make sure to choose a weapon that suits you.
Manage Palico. Oh my god! Meowdy Meowster. Did you know you can forge equipment I can use over at the smithy? Palico status. Okay, so you can have multiples, I think. Sell Palico equipment. So nothing too special. Has health, all that nice stuff. Has a gadget that uses Vigor Wasp Honey to recover Hunter's health, so this thing can actually heal you. A much below starter weapon for a Palico crowd. Doubles as a handy trowel for use in the garden. Unfortunately, okay, it looks like that's all pretty standard stuff. We're not going to worry about it. Yeah, nothing in here of note. Alright. Alright, so here's our item box. I have heard in the very, very early state versions of, well, the early iterations of Monster Hunter, you would have to craft your first weapon, and pretty much you better hope you picked one you liked. Now they give you just pretty much one of all the basics. So, change equipment. Different weapons offer different combat experiences. Great swords hit with devastating force balls. Sword and shield allow for quick mobile flurries. Heavy bowgun, while unwieldy, fires powerful blast, and so on. Choose any one weapon and take to the field. You can visit the training area after equipping a weapon by speaking to the housekeeper in your room. There you can practice with your chosen weapon as much as you like. Armor sets are comprised of 5 pieces. Each piece offers some amount of defense plus equipment skills to aid you in your hunts. You can mix and match pieces however you like to suit your playstyle. Use 1 and 2 to view stats and skills. You can save equipment loadouts to quickly switch to your favorite gear combinations. Alright. So what we need to do is we start out with leather. We do have chainmail in here if we want to switch, if you want to. Pretty much they're pretty similar. They just have different skills. They have the same defense, but they have different skills and different resistances. So leather gives you a little bit of fire resistance, while chainmail gives you water resistance. They also have different skills. This one has hunger resistance, and the other one has Master Gatherer, which, to be honest, I'd probably rather have Master Gatherer. In fact, the only thing that's different is hunger resistance. Or one of them has Master Gatherer on it. I don't know why though. Allows you to gather more quickly and also prevents attacks from knocking you back while gathering. And then hunger resistance reduces maximum stamina depletion over time. So yeah, if you as you stay out there, you'll get more and more hungry. So you usually have to eat in the middle if you take a long trip, essentially. All right. Well, I don't exactly want to have a full helmet equipped, so I'm not going to worry about that. Anyway, let's get to the weapons because those are actually the things we care about. Default right now is the sword and shield, which allows you to kind of do fast attacks, and you can also block with it. When I played the game on the DS, or the 3DS rather, I first tried doing bow, just like a regular bow, and I just sucked at it. Granted, like I said, the controls in the handheld was not great. I then switched to longsword and actually had a lot of fun with that. Which essentially longsword is like you just use big ass katanas and things like that. I had a lot of fun with it, even though I didn't actually know the mechanics of how you're supposed to use it properly for a while. Once I did learn them, it was pretty good. But eventually, since there was a lot of emphasis on flying and underwater things in the game I played, I eventually switched to the heavy bow gun, which is kind of it's maybe not as flashy as the other weapons, and but it's ranged, and it's since I'm playing this on like mouse and keyboard, it can definitely make things a little bit easier. For right now, though, I'm gonna go ahead and try to go melee and see how things go.
A close-range weapon that facilitates fluid combos and evasion.
Yep. All right, so we have that. We can change our appearance and other nonsense, though right now that's all disabled.
Want to get going?
Housekeeper.
Once you're ready, head to the canteen. I'll be there waiting with a quest.
I know this
Get more familiar with your weapons at the training area. Just talk to the housekeeper to get started.
way ahead of you. I know this looks like some old closet that we turn into a makeshift room for you Mew hunters, but that's not the case. I promise. This is a pretty big closet. It's fully furnished with everything Meowster needs. You have your very own equipment box where you can manage and change your gear. I just hope you don't mind changing in front of others because you have roommates. Didn't they tell you about that? No? Okay. Moving on, your room also comes with an area to manage your Palicos gear right next to your bed even. Convenient, right? Oh, one more thing. If you need access to the training area, just come talk to me. I'm here to lend a paw 24/7. I aim to please. Now, what does Meowster need? Alright, we're going to go ahead and... Currently, we can't do any of the add-on bonuses yet. We do have some. We're going to go ahead and go to the training area and just see how things work. Welcome to the training area. You'd strike the various objects placed around the area to get a feel of your weapon's moveset. If you like to try a different weapon, just head to the item box to switch equipment. All ammo and coating types are available to try out. Using them or any other consumable items here will not deplete any stock of your own.
Okay, let's run through the hunting basics. First, ready your weapon. The longsword is a close-range weapon designed for cutting attacks. Gather your spirit to increase its power.
Alright. Alright, so the right click is a thrust. Yeah, I feel like the thrust is practically worthless. Anyway, let's go ahead. So the way the longsword works is you actually have a meter. So first, the green is my health, yellow is stamina. The little yellow sword below that is my sharpness. Your weapon will dull, even if it's a blunt weapon, over time. Ranged weapons have ammunition instead. If your sharpness becomes like orange or red, your weapon will do less damage, and it's a chance that your weapon will just bounce off the monster's hide. There's also a few hard points on a monster that you'll deflect off of even if you are in a reasonable sharpness. But the higher your sharpness, the more damage your weapon will do, and the more likely it is to bash through a hard point, even if it's supposed to be usually deflected. Early game weapons, you're usually looking at green as your best option. If your sharpness is at green level, you will do 105% of your damage, of your base damage usually. Yellow is 100%, and then it starts going down from there. As you get higher tier weapons, you'll eventually get things like green, blue, and I think even white. and each step above pretty much just means you do more damage and you're less likely to get deflected. Anyway, the other mechanic, now that little empty sword below the sharpness meter is the longsword meter. The longsword runs off this little spirit meter where you're trying to fill it up a bunch. So you can go like this. As you hit, you'll do some of this. Okay, I think I can understand the combo here. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the thrust you can use to kind of Alright, you can kind of change up the combos a little bit with the thrust. Now, what you can do with the spirit combo is that meter, if you use the spirit, start using spirit thrust or whatever, you'll start doing spirit blade stuff. Let's say left plus control. Alright, so that's my spirit thrust. Honestly, I don't like it, but that's just a thrust right there. And then, if I just press it, 3. Alright, so as you use Spirit Blade, you will spend your meter. So what you're trying to do is you want to build up your meter as high as possible, because each individual slash will do damage, but what you're aiming for is to get your entire combo off. If you get your entire combo off, you might have noticed I did a little pose there and then sheathed my weapon. If you succeed in doing all that, you will essentially get a buff on your attacks. I don't know how long it lasts, but it definitely. Okay, I do see how long it lasts. So yeah, now notice there's a little gold outline around my spirit meter, and that's because I have reached the next tier. In fact, if you look at my weapon, there's actually a gold outline around it.
Create some distance to use a whetstone.
Now it has a red outline around it. And I'm going to go ahead and whetstone. That resharpens it. Now I have this red meter. You can also combo your spirit slashes with this. And yeah, red is the highest it can go. Okay, so that's really all I need to know. Now, one thing is I need to change these controls because they're not great. I think I'm going to switch the Spirit Blade to my right click, and I'm not going to worry about the thrust. So let's show that off real quick. Oh, I do have Hunter's Nest, by the way. So we now know about some of the things we just saw. So we got the Great Jaggeress, which is what attacked our handler. Pack leader of the Jaggeress. When hungry, great jaggers are known to attack monsters even stronger than themselves. It balloons to unbelievable proportions after swallowing prey. Useful information. Even after a giant meal, a great jaggeress can use its expanding stomach to attack unsuspecting hunters. Aim for its belly to force it to vomit out its prey and significantly weaken it. Then there was the other thing that was like a giant T-Rex with frills on it. The Anjanath. I'm going to pronounce these wrong. I'm just going to state that right now. Patrols the ancient forest, looking for its favorite meal, Aptonoth. Yeah, those were those docile monsters we went by in the beginning. This belligerent monster will attack anything without hesitation. Anjanath spits fiery blasts from its mouth, utilizing a unique organ in its throat. Focusing attacks on its throat will make battling much easier. And then we're still researching this Zora Magdaros Elder Dragon. But yeah, as we get information about these monsters, we'll learn more about them. Anyway, so neat stuff there. Right click to get back. There's weapon controls, so it has all the information about all the weapons, including useful combos. plus right click. Fade slash? Let's try that again. Okay. Spirit Thrust, a powerful blow used at the cost of one spirit gouge color level. If it connects, the gouge begins to fill automatically, an effect most pronounced when the gouge is red. Okay, so Spirit Thrust is used for that. Okay. Foresight Slash can be performed mid-combo and provides a long invulnerability window. Land it after dodging an enemy's attack to fill it with Spirit Gouge. Then press Control to chain it into a Spirit Round Slash. Okay, so this parry mechanic is something I've never dealt with before. So Control plus right click. Yeah, I don't like that at all. I'm gonna have to switch these buttons around. Alright. Alright, so... Okay, so that is what happens when you, connect. So the Spirit Thrust by itself doesn't do anything, but if you have it charged up, your weapon charged up with it. So now I can do this again. That is some crazy ass shit. I'm not sure if I want to be using that often, but it's definitely pretty cool. And then there's the Fade Slash, which is this. So I can... Alright. Okay, so let's go back to our controls, because I was going there originally. Alright, I think I got it. I set the Spirit Thrust, or the Spirit Blade to my Q key. I think that's good enough, because originally it was Control, and I don't really like dipping my pinky all the way down to Control to do that shit. I also set the quick item menu to tab, though I don't see myself using it, because it seems to... It's not super good. Yeah, I don't see how that works. It looks like it's still relying on the freaking... I do have a controller plugged in, but it seems to can't hit it. By the way, I have a slinger, which can be used to kind of do a little distractions and other things with it. You can also use it to like knock things down and set off triggers. Yeah, but as far as the controls, I don't expect to ever hit with that Spirit Thrust, that combo. But it's there. Okay. So yeah, this place is a little bit of a jungle gym. You can kind of see all the... there's some swing points you can use your grapple on. W and shift. Yep. Okay. Alright, I think I got the gist of it. The first mission is literally just fighting like minor things. It's nothing huge, so it should be fine. Let's go ahead and get out of here. How do I get out of here? Thank you. Alright, so we're supposed to head towards the cantina. Now that you have access to the armory and provision stockpile, grab what you need. Once you're done, go meet up with your handler in the canteen to sign up for a quest.
Handlers sort through the research commission's leads. And the ones they deem worth our attention become quests.
Hey!
Alright,
Over here!
thank you. Let's take the lift, because I have no idea where anything is at. So let's go to the canteen. Hey, Scrawny, ready to put your pre-hunt on? Doesn't. Oh, here we go. Eating meals can boost stats such as health and stamina and grant special food skills. Select the meal you wish to eat from the menu. The meal effects are shown in the center of the screen. Take a good look at each meal's effects to help you determine which one will provide you the best benefits for your next hunt. Food skills have a probability of being activated. Use fresh ingredients to raise that probability. Note that meal effects are not saved. Meal effects end when any of the following happen. You complete a quest. You return from a quest or expedition. You faint during a quest or expedition. You can eat again at camp a short time after eating a meal, about 10 minutes. Don't forget to eat again after fainting. Meal effects will carry over when starting a quest during an expedition, or when switching from an expedition in one locale or another. Pay with money. Got some options here. There's a custom platter, and then there's some fancy things we can do here. Defense up, attack up. Oh, so that's stamina. That's also stamina. It just provides a different daily skill. Tap for food skills, thank you. Often speeds up sharpening time. Cool. Sometimes increases the number of times you can carve. Okay. Prevents being knocked back when transporting an item. Okay, that's not that big of a deal. And then the Hunter's Platter. Sometimes increases the number of times. Increases bowgun damage, but also increases deviation. Well, I don't use a bowgun, so that's not an issue. Alright, so yeah, we'll have ourselves a meat platter. Which is just going to boost my stamina. Best cutscene ever. Now I wonder why my cat doesn't just offer me food. Usually she's the one that wakes me up for food. Alright, so I've eaten. Let's talk.
Right on time.
Okay, partner, time to get down to business. The guild teamed us up for a reason. From now on, you're my hunter and I'm your handler. I'm the bread to your butter. Got it?
Oh yeah.
The 5th Fleet's mission is to survey the Jaguar's habitat. Then we gotta cull a certain number of them in order to secure the area. We can depart as soon as you sign up for the Jaguars of the Ancient Forest quest. You ready?
What are we waiting
A
for?
wild and wondrous new world is awaiting for us out there. Alright. Quests involve objectives such as slaying monsters. To get started on a quest, first you have to accept it. Assignments complete these missions to advance the story. Optional quests. These include favors for NPCs. More will become available as you meet the necessary requirements. You can take on optional quests as many times as you like. Investigations. These special quests are issued by the Resource Center and can only be taken a limited number of times. And then events are special quests exclusive to online play. Zora Magadros' appearance has brought about changes in the local ecosystem. Head into Jaguar's territory to investigate and take them out if necessary. So here's the map of the ancient forest, and where we encountered them before is pretty much where we're going. Our failure condition is if we run out of time or if we faint 3 times. Our time limit is 50 minutes, which is more than enough to slay 7 Jaguars. So let's begin. There's also a difficulty level, which is shown on this. There's elevations as well. Alright, confirm. No vouchers owned, that's fine, accept. Sorry if it's a little bit of a slow start. You're free to explore a stage until preparations for the quest are complete. Grab a meal at the canteen, store up on your your supplies at the provision stockpile, get the latest gear from the smithy and armory, then adjust your equipment and organize your items at the item box. You'll be heading out into the field in no time. Take a look at the upper left corner of the screen. When the quest is ready to begin, you'll see a notification there. Once you're prepared, press tab at any time to enter standby, and you can go on standby by pressing left mouse at one of the stairs gates. From the party member status menu, select standby for departure. Selecting standby for departure will have your party depart on the quest as soon as all preparations are accounted for. If you are the leader of the team, pressing space will let you depart first with the other members who are on standby. Not a big deal because I plan on soloing most of this. Alright. Time for the adventures of Parsi and Ren.
Alright, this is our first job. Let's do a quick review of quest rules. Rule number 1. Complete the objective to complete the quest. Easy, right? Each quest has an objective. You can't consider the quest done until you complete that objective. Our current objective is to eliminate a specified number of Jagras. Let's check the map. We ran into some Jagras on the way to base. The small monsters, remember? I think we saw them somewhere around here. Want to check it out? Rule number 2. Use the supply box. The Commission supplies us with a loadout of certain items for each quest. They're in the supply box over there. Have a look and decide what you should take along. Ready to go. Oh yeah.
Alright, so we can get some first aid meds. And some rations. You can also get some empty vials. I don't think we need them. Now we have access to... And these items are temporary. They only apply for this quest. I've already eaten, so I shouldn't need to do a ration.
Want to get going?
So tab's my item bar, and I can select items. Oh, it's telling me to go ahead and eat the ration. Right? That says right stick. That literally says right stick, not which is not anything on a keyboard. That's okay. I just use the mouse wheel and I scroll to what I need. Luckily we have infinite whetstones.
Ready your weapon before attacking. Keep in mind that what you're able to do depends on whether or not your weapon is drawn. When
Indeed.
you're investigating or gathering items, you'll generally want to keep your weapon sheathed.
I'll mark gathering sites and monster positions on the wildlife map for you.
So shift is to do that, and then I can carve it. I can get some raw meat, which I can cook. Also, we're right now carrying like everything, and what we can do with that is we can equip this capture net. And then fire. Revolture, a carrion eating bird that scavenges meat from carcasses, is often spotted flying above large monsters. That's for vitality. You can also fish around here. I don't know if it's around here per se, but you can fish in water. Oh, I missed. Gotcha! Blissbill, an herbivorous bird that feeds on fruits and seeds, comfortable around humans and common near Astera. Grab some stone, which I'm maxed out on. Oh, it's pointing this out. I'm already maxed out on stone. Okay. I think that's everything in this area.
Hey!
Now it's telling me to follow the scout flies. Okay, I'll follow the scout flies. Oh, what's up? Alright. So one thing you can do in this game is you can set things to be auto-crafted. And so that's why when I picked up the herbs, it just crafted potions for me, because I had the requirements for it. So right now I'm maxed out on
You
potions.
can gather honey and mix it with a potion to make mega potions.
When I picked this up, I immediately got 2 mega potions, because honey plus potion equals mega potion. So now it's in my inventory as mega potions.
Over here!
I was gonna do some gathering. Thank you. Nut covered in needle-like spines used to make spread ammo. Slinger ammo that can be used to hit faraway points, plants, plant life, and bombs.
Over here!
Yeah. Some iron ore can be smelted for purposes and all that nonsense. And then up here we got some more herbs. That's more carrion birds.
Over here!
Gunpowder, level 2. We auto-crafted that. Alright. Fine.
A pack of Jagras. Those are the monsters we're after.
Indeed.
See how you hold up when you're on your own.
Slinger ammo can be used to scare away small monsters or illuminate dark areas. So yeah, slingers is kind of you just pick up stuff as you go, it looks like. Oh, hello. I took a hit there. Yeah, unfortunately I swing overhead, which is a problem. I don't turn well. Alright, tier 1 in that.
They're on the run. Don't let them get away. Grab all the monster materials you can. You can use them at the smithy.
Oops. Yeah, I have to get used to that's the bad part about the the longsword is its first swing. Many of its swings are overhead, which means it doesn't spread out real well. That's all right. Also, I keep hitting E, thinking that's like interact with objects, but it's actually right click for a lot of these.
Whoops. Use whatever you can. Head home and report back to the old man.
Alright, we got 1 minute to gather what we can. Hopefully they don't get too much in my way. I'll happily kill more of them in a second. There we go. Part of me wants to go ahead and switch the Spirit Slash into my right mouse and not worry about the... I mean, the problem is I do eventually probably need to learn how to parry, so... Anyway, we got all this stuff that we gathered and collected, as well as some just general rewards, so we'll take all. And we also get some, also the Plecos will gather things for me, which is always nice. Take all. And they level up and all that good stuff. And I believe it's now trying to connect me online. So the only issue I'm kind of running into is the fact that once I start like swinging, it's like really hard. I can't turn around really. Like I can rotate the camera, but it won't actually turn me around. Am I stuck?